their water gets shut off.
Yeah.
We'd probably send out an emergency alert. With,
Oh, yeah.
I would think
Minimize.
so, yeah, that would be ideal.
We could do that, and our police force would use their little radio speakers. Their water gets shut off.
Yeah.
We'd probably send it.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Had to turn off the YouTube.
You had it shut off. You had it shut off.
Well, that was YouTube. I turned off the recording on Zoom. But the live stream has started.
All right.
Way to go, Tim. You started it too late. Start getting here at 6:30.
Yeah, right. 5:30, yeah.
Yeah.
What
am I doing? Oh, 6. Oh, okay.
Oh, is it 6? That clock one?
6 o'clock straight up. I'm on.
Okay. It is 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna call the meeting to
Hold on.
order.
She got turned on.
Okay. Do we have any changes to the agenda? Okay. Then I guess we're ready for the minutes, Georgia. Looks like she's speaking to us.
Do you want a motion to approve the minutes?
Yes, please.
So you need.
Second.
We have a motion by Rick Oliver and a second by Ron Holiday. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Okay. Chairman comments. I have done my original draft to go to our representatives, but I have not had Georgia and Dan look at it yet, so that's why you have to see it from me. They're not gonna be able to do anything yet until the next legislation start, but I did get the original draft done. And Georgia, how was your schooling? Was it good?
Was. I've been trying to send out snippets from different of the classes.
That were useful?
So
Things that might probably affect us or that we should be aware of.
Okay.
HR items, Aaron Munn took both of our manuals. I was really hoping that the Conservancy employee manual and the town's employee manual would track the same, just because it makes it less likely for me to pop an error. If they are, that she's reviewing them, and with respect to drug testing and some other things that are lightly treated in my HR manual. I think they might need a little more.
Okay, sounds good.
And who was that?
Can you count council?
Aaron Munn. Okay. She was the one that replied. Okay, yeah. I thought she had some good
What's in it?
comments. Yeah.
Mhm.
My neighbor. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, that's all I have for comments. And other than, just like to commend Dan for being on top of with the fire at Woods Edge yesterday and make sure that we had plenty of water for our fire department, which he does a good job of, so. And Georgia getting the alert out.
Dan called me and we got ahead of it with an alert, but they put the fire out so fast that I didn't get any calls.
We haven't had any dirty water calls.
It was,
She took care of her
Bill
daughter.
said it was 9 minutes. I don't know who you heard that from, but they had the fire out in 9 minutes.
Well, good for them.
Okay. Pretty good now.
That's efficient.
They used water for about 40-some minutes,
Okay.
which was good.
Probably making sure nothing was gonna
Mhm.
restart. All right. Customer service report.
Alrighty, there were 7 customer service reports for the month of February 2026. There is 1 shut off request in the historic district. 1 usage report in the historic district. 3 water qualities, 1 in the historic district and 2 in north of County Road 600 North. 1 leak. oh, I guess I had, oh, yeah. I had double there. Wait, my math isn't mathing. Shut up again. Usage report in the historic district. I think that maths out. Hope I did that right in my email to you, Carol. Guess I'll double check. As of February 16th, 2026, looks like all the but one of the reports was closed. Double check if that's true.
And Dan, you're still waiting to hear from the guy in Club Ridge that was at our
I
January
got
meeting,
3.
that you're waiting to, that you've left messages waiting for them to get back to you on when you can come out and.
Yeah, actually, it looks like they were all closed.
Excellent. All right, thank you for you.
Mhm.
Superintendent report.
This is cover February and March. And I wasn't here. The common one is we always are working on chemical equipment, keep it top. And same with the lead copper rule. It seems to be a trend is we had 1 meter not read a month before. In January, we had meter in February that didn't read. One in March that didn't read. Transmitters are, batteries are dying out, so we're getting those. And the new meters came in and we should be start changing those out in May. So hopefully we'll get the ones that are, the batteries are dying should be hopefully changed out. In February, IDM came up to do their 3-year inspection on us. And it always has a list to do. There was 10 items. Some are marked significant. You all got them. And you also got my reply. I don't understand why the first inspection that was done 3 years ago when we completed those are still showing why the inspection this year he wrote on there. So
How do we close those out, Dan? I mean, when is that something we have to present to them in a certain time period that we've resolved these, or how does that
yeah, I
work?
sent pictures to Sarah, was our last inspector,
Okay,
and she said we had everything done other than the booster building. She knew the painting was going on, which we finished up the well houses this past summer.
Mhm.
And
So
so
she-
she knew all that.
So she didn't update her report or something?
I have no idea
No.
how IDM takes care of their business.
so is this a different inspector than this time?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I
They have a
sent,
bad problem.
that's why I sent it out. You actually got forward that email that was sent out to all the original ones that he sent it to, which means not only does the head get it, that all the people down the line that you sent that to. And I sent the reply with pictures and everything else.
Okay,
So someone needs to, at their end, needs to clean it up, and I'll be meeting with them next week at the conference.
so just to make sure I'm clear, so when Sarah came last time and documented these things, and then you replied to her report, right? In an email back, I'm assuming, or something along those lines of what you did, the steps that you took.
And well, I actually sent the email because I got 30 days to respond to the head of the
Okay.
department.
Okay, and this was 3 years ago. Okay, and you're saying they came back out again.
Still showed the same ones. He
So
used
did they actually come out? Did you see them?
the inspector.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I took
I'm
him.
just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can take a 3-year-old report and say, yeah, it's the same stuff,
No,
and it
no,
never
no.
came out.
He came out
Okay,
and
And the preliminary report, Danny gave me a copy that day when we went to Indy, the day of our last month's meeting.
mhm,
And I told her there weren't that many, because there weren't.
okay,
But then when they he got the final email, they had not cleared it from 3 years ago, so it looked totally different than what the preliminary one that he'd gotten handwritten.
It just confuses me that they didn't. If he saw 3 years ago your response and the remediation of the things that we did to remediate whatever it is that they said that the list was. and now this
Example,
year-
the wall was on there 3 years ago.
Right.
You've seen that wall.
Yes,
It's a wall. It's
Right.
completed. Yeah.
yes. It just doesn't make sense to me.
No, it shouldn't ever been on there, but that's why I put Sarah's name in there. This was completed on her inspection and went down the line. So all I got's the booster building.
Which we know
That-
and would-
that's it.
Yeah.
At the time, those towers were built. When the towers were built, Mick, which does the inspection, checked the rules. Because the screens had already been blown out, the original ones. They do not hold up.
Okay.
Dropping, 90 some feet, 100 and some feet, blows them out. They can't handle it. And the flapper was a lot better, and at that time, all the rules, the flapper could be used instead of screen. The rules have been changed since then.
Have we communicated that?
No. But I looked it up. And I'm gonna follow it with, I gotta send the inspector and his boss a letter that they need to read the first part, the first section of the 10 state codes. 10 states codes was designed for new construction. And that's what it says in there. It's to guide you to do the right thing when you're building brand new. Not on existing. And that's where they're pulling a lot of it, because you take a well house now, they're a lot bigger than what the two well houses out there. Trying to get containment in there that we did get in there. We took out water softener and some
Right.
other equipment, so
Already.
in order to get it in there.
I guess just to kind of get that to a close, I just don't want to see 3 years down the road, they come back and do the same thing
Right.
again. I guess that's
And they
what,
might-
Reports. get
well, that's
longer.
why, yeah, how do we prevent that, I guess, is what I'm trying to get to.
I don't know.
You
Okay.
can't
That's why
prevent
I'm
them
gonna
from
ask them.
writing.
I'm gonna ask them.
Okay,
Some
yeah,
bosses.
okay, yeah, thank you, okay.
That's the,
It'd be
Yeah,
nice
that's-
to get another revised correct
Right.
report,
That has been finalized.
so we can
we've
see that it's been
corrected.
taken care of. I don't think that's unreasonable to ask.
I don't
No.
I
either.
never see
I would think we
they
have
never
to
do
have a copy of that.
But it would be appropriate in this situation to say, he could revise the report that he just did. And say, I realize that these have been done, so here's what you're working on the next
Well, I don't
week,
know why.
you know what I'm saying?
That makes sense to someone.
I don't think that's unrealistic.
no.
It's scary,
But I added.
If it's been approved.
The easy one was well house one is chemically, that's where we do the bleach. She wanted which well house those two pumps went to, so there was a nice big black one, a nice big black two for which well it actually operated on. And so this time I had to put sodium hypo.
All right.
Well house above it.
It looks very nice.
The pictures there, Yeah. So. And I put in there, this is what Sarah had wanted. Didn't have a problem with it. It's not like someone that's not educated or trained is going in there anyways, it's locked, it's secure.
And I'm assuming this is your response here, I think you sent
That he
out
sent
to
out.
us.
Yeah.
Which I like, I think it, it covers a lot of the stuff, and it shows to them that it's completed, so you're
But
verifying.
it'd be nice to get something back from them acknowledging.
I don't disagree.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
That
And
would
that's
clear
what,
out.
I'll be down there at the conference.
What
next
day is that?
Tuesday and
Is
Wednesday.
it Tuesday, Wednesday?
There's a couple businesses I have to check with. One deals with money.
Is Robert going down with you?
Robert will be going down and Jensen's will be going down.
I'll be boxing.
You're running, you're in charge.
Mom is gonna be running. Hopefully, we don't have any problems. We did meet today with Hoosier Edison. And they'll be taking care of the yard work. And we are taking care of the cost of the repair due to the way it was laid out in the current rules. On the ones that customer that Joe talked about, what I found was most of the toilets need adjusted on the high usage customers. Cause they're running. And we had a dirty water concern on north of 600. And what I found was that it was a rental at one time with a professor in there, just a professor. It's copper line all the way to the main. And when you only use a small amount of water, the iron will attach to copper or any metal. So we flushed it out using pressure. We also use rock salt to bust it because it dissolves in the main. It's just nothing but bleach and chlorine. We did 3 times, had it clear, and so far I haven't got a call back from her. So I told her to let us know if it shows up. I said, I can't guarantee we got it all the way, but the water's clear. And we're getting high flows. The contractor for the booster building is still waiting on the pumps. I'll be talking to him next week. As soon as the pumps come in, they're going to be starting in on it. They've came up a couple times. I've taken measurements so they can get part of the stuff done in their shop.
Are any of the 3 in, or all 3 of them are in?
They're waiting on the 3. My understanding. Plan on starting a flush of the town. Probably 2nd or 3rd week of April. It all depends on what the weather's going to be. We'll be doing it at night.
Well, will you be doing daytime and historic since that works out better?
No, we'll be doing it at night. It's easier. You don't have to worry about traffic and people using water.
They print the bills on Monday. Is there any possibility you would know which week by then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll look along the forecast. We've received several applicants for the opening. We need Carol to come down and take a look at them, and I've looked at them. So we can pick and choose and get them called and get the interview started.
Any of them licensed?
None of them have a license for us. One has taken the license, but he failed the test, which is not uncommon.
Yeah.
But he didn't need it, so he never went back and retook it. Which can be done. That's fairly easy. Like I said, we'll be at the conference Tuesday and Wednesday. Carol and I went to Indy, listened and met with 2 congressmen. Let them know our issues we're having to operate the system with the unfunded rules. And I threw the bottom one in because it's comical. We had one day that we had 28 locate requests coming in. See, I'm glad someone else laughs about it.
Do we, I mean, were there any duplicates? Those were all new.
They were all new.
It's a lot.
We
That's
did
a
too.
lot of.
Is it going along the roads
Yeah.
here of 600 and
No, that was the month before.
month before? Okay.
That was to assist them on untonable ones. And still they we marked the water main through the field and all past the substation, state police post. We marked it because it is in the field. But they came out and put blue and we flagged it. If you look, you'll see a second row of blue flags that are in the grass. That's not our main, that's not us locating it.
Who is?
Private contractor for Duke.
And they're using blue.
Hmm.
They
marked
did
everybody's
all
lines.
of
They
They did
marked,
all they
they
could.
took it
do.
upon themselves to mark everybody's line.
How confident are we that it's accurate?
Who's theirs?
Their line?
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't mark
Oh,
it.
they're marking their line, they're marking ours.
They marked,
They marked
there's
theirs.
blue
They marked
flags
theirs.
that they put
Everybody.
out that is not on our water main. The blue flags we put out and the marks we put out is on our water main.
Okay.
It ain't moved in the whole time I've been here. And I've marked it a whole mess of times.
So there were 20 requests from Duke, then all of them for Duke.
Duke hired a company to come in.
Okay.
The company wrote a locate request because they could not tone them, the lines. Which you can, it's plastic. But you gotta know where it is.
Going back one bullet point, I'm curious, the congressman, you guys did a nice job going down, meeting with them, talking to them, you're gonna send a follow-up.
To request to
information.
meet.
Yeah.
Okay, all
The
right,
second congressman, it's his area. He knows about the Conservancy districts, he understands them,
Yeah, the state representative.
and he gave us Buchanan.
Brian Buchanan is for
Is-
the other percent state senator Polk.
So we got two people that we got the direct connect to get the ball rolling.
yeah, my question would be is, how do we continue, because we've got a year or less than a year now. To be able to get something in front of them, get something put together, do we have a plan on how we're gonna continue?
They had specific questions that they wanted to know about conservancies and stuff, so I did and I guess I didn't bring. Yeah, it'll be when I send that to you guys. I had to go on the DNR website and figure out how many there were, and then out of how many were water, how many were sewage, and some are water and sewage. Some of them were like for erosion, some of them for ditches, some were flood control, some were for recreation. There's all kinds of conservancies, but the majority of them were water. Over half of them were water, sewage, or water and sewage. So that was some of the background information they were asking for, and then some information about us and what we've done and what we're trying to do. And then
The
hopefully,
funding issues.
Sure.
yes, and then next step would, they get that, is try to set up a meeting.
Okay,
And then what do we need to do to keep it on the table?
forefront, yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be an ongoing thing.
Yeah, oh, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
That's why I just want to make sure that we're continuing the dialogue with them, so we
Yeah.
can make sure that.
No,
we're-
we will.
Okay, that's
That's,
great.
I'm
Okay,
committing to
nice
that,
job.
to
Thank
be the
you
one to
guys.
do that.
Yeah,
We appreciate that.
They actually had two good ones there and they spent time with us.
And they gave us, I mean, we probably spent 10 minutes each with, 10 minutes. with each.
10 with the first one, he
Probably 15 with the
had
second.
a
maybe.
zip for a meeting upstairs.
And he
Yeah.
actually said his number 2 guy was Brian Buchanan.
Yeah.
And that's who he wanted us to work with.
Gotcha.
So, but the other guy wanted to work with us directly, and he gave us
Yeah.
his card and all that, so.
You felt like you got somewhere.
Well, he was from Jasper County,
Oh.
and I grew up White County, Jasper County. And he actually was familiar, his grandfather, was it, or
Yeah,
had been on a, Iroquois Conservancy for the ditches.
Okay.
So he was familiar, but not with water conservancies or sewage, but I mean, he was familiar with the concept.
Sure.
And he's only been down there when I check a couple of years, so he really is still in touch with the people. Seems like the ones that have been down there forever have kind of, right, they kind of get into that thing down there and they're not as receptive to
Yeah,
our needs.
but it's helpful.
It's a bubble.
You're at least making a little.
pardon?
Buchanan, because from.
He's not our state senator, but he came that time with Representative Leahy to one of our
I think
meetings.
he's from Lebanon,
Okay,
yeah. And
Yeah,
at that
he's-
time, he had just gotten appointed.
he did, and he came with him that night to our meeting.
And the other guy was real familiar with Sweetwater Conservancy,
Because it was down by Brown
Boone
County.
County.
Hmm.
So they're all interested.
But we've got to complete our case and just stay on them until they can help us.
Like, we get less than a year, I just want to
Yeah.
make sure. Yeah,
No,
that's great.
it
Thank
is.
you, that's awesome.
Okay, Dan, did you have anything else?
No,
Hey, Dan, one quick question.
yes, sir.
Are the batteries in the meters replaceable at all? Or
No.
do we just, so it's just disposable and get another meter? Okay. That answered my second question.
Epoxy deal.
How long do they usually last?
They're a 20-year battery and
Okay.
depends on how many times I have to data log a place. So typically I figure 10 years. But some of these are, pushing their 20 years.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So the percentage we plan on doing is 85 meters. That's 10%. No, that won't get all the ones that's supposed to be done, should have been done. Cause there's 213, isn't that what I told?
He's got a list that he's printed out and highlighted of meters that need to be replaced. There was a time period, way before my time on the board,
We didn't have money.
didn't have money to replace. So, plus when they go out on a call, if the meter needs to be replaced, they'll replace it while they're there, because the homeowner's there and they can do that. But he's got a list.
Mhm.
Some are on my street, some are out in your neighborhood. I mean, they're just all over the,
They are.
yeah. Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Carol,
Take
can
care
I-
of you, Rick.
What's that?
That take care of you?
Yes.
You're welcome.
And Adam asked the second part, so that took care of both of them. I didn't even
I want
have
to
to get-
revise my report because I looked at mine.
Yeah, you want to go next?
Yeah.
Okay, Joe wants to do a revision.
So I'll just redo the report. Still 7 customer service reports, still 1 shut-off request and a start, which was closed. The one I messed up was I labeled as miscellaneous. They report a lack of water / frozen pipes. That was up in the historic district. The water quality, that's still 3 water qualities, 1 historic, 2 in the north. And 1 leak in the historic district, and all closed. So.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for catching. it.
Yeah, it's like I was looking at it, it's like, was I asleep when I wrote this?
All right, financial clerk report. Register of claims.
The only thing there was, some dates, check dates that were, looks like missing off to the left there, I don't know. What
The
happened.
first 3 items, the operations claims list haven't actually been, they weren't written at the time this thing was built. I was trying to find out if the people who sell the meters could take an ACH payment that they cannot. So I printed them a check today. So those checks are printed, so they should be, go ahead and include them.
So that'll be 3/18 dated then.
Yes.
Never seen that before, so just something that's kind of.
Which one's
I-
in the meter stuff from
It
Nugent?
went to the very top, yeah.
Yeah.
Nugent. incorporate third one down.
Yep.
Before I file this, I'll print that page. Over there, and we'll have the check numbers on there.
Okay, thank you.
Dan said he was taking Robert to the conference with him, but Robert gets his registration for free as a first time member, so you only have to pay for one person to register this.
Okay. We don't have a motion.
I move to accept the register of claims.
I'll second.
One or both.
And the escrow?
The escrow is not talked about twice.
Let's talk about it. Looks like it's $75,198.27.
I'll move to accept the February utility escrow transfer of $75,198.27.
And will you second that also?
Yes, I didn't know if we were putting them all into one or what.
All right, George, do we have a motion by Joe for the payable, the vouchers and the escrow vouchers, and a second by Rick for both? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Okay.
I thought I would have some information for you for bad debt write-off, because there's 3 or 4 accounts that didn't get cleared through Trex yet, that are kind of getting older, but we've had 4 matches through Trex already. Trex is the state's program through the Indiana Association of Counties. The counties turn in an Excel file to the state, and they match it up to people who are getting state tax refunds.
Hmm.
And the money is diverted to pay property tax, or court fees, or utility fees, any government expense that's outstanding in somebody's name. The government pays itself before it distributes the money to the individuals. So we have 4 matches so far. So I thought I would just let those debts ride till the end of this year and see what we get. They changed the minimum that you can apply with from $25 to $50. They're not gonna mess around with small amounts in their plan, because they raised their fees, so they figured you better be getting more in fees back, better be getting more in refund back than fees. So
What are the amounts on those 4?
I can get you a list specifically, but usually they're around $250 total. So 70 to 90 of it would be water.
Would be one that's worth, if we took those in and did it all one time at small claims. Just that way it puts it out. It doesn't matter where they move, it's a debt that's collectible by the sheriff's department.
Okay. I know that we can do that with those promissory notes,
Mhm.
but I didn't know if we could do that with just a regular.
Yeah, any bill.
Okay. Yeah, some of them are getting to be 4 or 5 years old, so we should probably do that before we run the clock out on time.
We'll lose out on it.
How many of those do we have outstanding? Total, do you know?
Said 3 or 4.
Yeah,
The 4, I was gonna say, I didn't know, you said you had 4 hits.
right.
Yeah,
I've
but I didn't know how many
got
there were. total.
Probably 20.
20. Okay, all right.
Can't show you on the screen because it's too much personal info.
Oh, sure, yeah,
Yes,
okay.
But, yeah, you
Okay,
could look at those for sure.
okay, all right, yeah,
It's a pretty simple process. It's awesome. I usually get 2 or 3 a year.
yeah, that's nice,
Chuck.
yeah.
We wouldn't have that money otherwise.
So, and when do we usually get those?
they let you start putting, there's a template, there's an Excel template, and you upload it once a week on Friday if you need to make adjustments to it. And they'll stop matching somewhere in August or September. They'll pull it down after, I guess, late filing would be August, right?
Yeah.
So they will pull it down and it
be
won't be
September,
available
I
for a couple months, and then they'll start the 27 in December. You can start uploading your template for 2027 tax refund here.
Okay, and when we get the refund, would we be able to get claim to some of the refunds then? Is that what you're?
Right, they send a letter to the person and say, hey, we see you have a debt to Battleground Utilities. If you want to dispute that, here's the number to call.
Okay.
And they charge me $2 a letter, so I just let them do it because that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if the people will call here, sometimes I'd say 30% of them call here and say, what's up with this invoice? The rest of them know.
Yeah,
They move
right.
away and let
Yeah.
the bill here. So we get a chance to talk about it, and they have an opportunity to dispute it, but essentially the money is just put in our checking account. Instead of being sent to them, it's up to you.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention a couple things that'll be coming up this year. I already mentioned we're looking for an employee, and I haven't gotten any local interest just from word of mouth, so I'll go ahead and put a job application out on Indeed, but it's gonna be pretty specific, and I'm not gonna interview people that aren't highly qualified for it. They've got to fit the hours profile, and I can't just hire somebody because they need a part-time job. They've got to fit that afternoons when we're the busiest in the afternoon. They have to be available then. But I do have somebody who will work short-term until we find that right individual. So as soon as Nikki leaves, the person who used to work here 3 years ago will come back and sit in the chair and answer the phone. Do the deposits, so we're good, we're covered. The printer that does the bulk of the work for the billing office was, to the best of my knowledge, purchased in 2012 or 2013. It's fully past its expected lifespan for a printer, but it's starting to have trouble picking up paper. The little I keep filing it with something rough to make it want to grab the slip paper, but it's having more and more trouble. So we might be looking at replacing a printer this year. I'd like to stay with HP. I know that enterprise level, spend a couple $1,000s on an enterprise level printer. We just don't have that volume of paper. So I'll probably just look for something in the $400 to $500 range.
Would we share that with him? The
Share
other
that
piece?
It's a laser printer, is that right, Georgia?
It is.
Okay.
What's the life on something like that? When do you have to buy the last one? Is it been 3 years, 5 years, 10 years?
Laser printers can last until the parts wear out, typically.
Yeah.
I mean, like, cause like sometimes you can replace those pickup rollers
Okay.
until you can't.
I don't know if you'd ever done that, but
I have done it, cause I have, let's see, I have a brother laser at home that's really old. But yeah, I guess we could look to see if there's replacement parts for the, cause it's, but sometimes those pickup rollers aren't serviceable, so yeah, the best you can do is make them sticky again, so.
Is that the only problem with it? If we were able to replace that part, there's no other issues?
no other issues right now. Sometimes you do a firmware update to make it, it was kind of choking. Well, no, that was Windows. Never mind. No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
We ought to check, see if there's a driver update, cause I just did driver updates on
No,
Epson's.
It's definitely the roller, because you can sit there and kind
Here.
of ease your paper.
Would you mind
in.
following up?
Yeah, just take a look after you got the, yeah.
But it's a lot of babysitting. Yeah. So it's something that may end up being too much for me and we have to. consider.
Just that he'd look at it.
Yeah, I'll take a look. I mean, I just really just need to get the model number and just look and.
It's worth a shot.
And I'm right in the middle of the software evaluation. Had I mentioned to you all the price tag on the?
We sent out an email. That seems like an
Yeah.
exuberant amount.
So they came down substantially when they figured out they didn't have a model for pricing for a conservancy. Because they price on the number of the census of your town. Like how many people live in your town, this is what you ought to be able to afford. Well, that didn't work for conservancies. So they took a stab at a lower price for the conservancy, but it's still quite high. And I'm looking at a company that's been doing government integrated programs for payroll, billing, and accounting, the fundware, which we would need payroll and the fund for sure. And out they're based in Kentucky. And then there's another company in Illinois that's called Fry, F-R-E-Y. And the one in Illinois is called Net Results, and they mostly do townships, but they're seeing the need for municipal, and they're gonna get into the municipal area for small towns because of this thing with BSA being so expensive.
It was
And-
Brian what, net results?
Net Results.
Okay.
So I had one meeting with each of them, and so there'll be some follow-up meetings. And I was gonna meet with the town to describe what the options were on the 23rd, but I think it's too soon. I think we're gonna have to push that off till I learn more from Fry. At least they could work me in Thursday morning and Friday morning this week. Or next week. So I think that won't happen on the 23rd. I'm gonna ask them to push that down the road a little bit. And then if there's anybody from Conservancy that wants to sit in on that, you're welcome to, but
You're just doing that web
it's.
Zoom with them.
Mhm.
Cool.
I'll keep you informed of the date if you wanna sit and look at the evaluation, but
Yes.
and that's all I can think of right now. Thank you.
Old business.
She gets new business.
But we didn't do old business.
Well, let's finish with new business thing.
Well, she outdated accounting software and position
Those-
posting. She
You
did talk
covered
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I put that in my report, so, yeah.
Just information, how's that? Can I do that? Before the salary one,
Yeah. Mhm.
seeing how she brought that up. New link has been. Gonna say bought out, but they could be bought out, whatever, but merged, whatever, with Neptune, which is our meter company. And Cloud Invoice is part of it also. So it's gonna make everything work 100% better,
Oh, well, that's encouraging.
cause you got one person that all I have to call, that's gonna take care of all this problem.
Allegedly.
We're laughing. They
Mergers,
just went through training last week. So
Did they reach out to you?
he seen me. Excuse me, 2 weeks ago, because I met with him on Wednesday of last week. It's part of the excitement of telling me what's happened. Because usually there's a little fighting going on when he goes to these training. Because I gave him some problems we're having with cables and stuff, so. It was a plus. So it should make things run a little smoother. So, Neptune will be able to, through Munilink, I don't know if names are gonna change or they just keep the same names. But the invoicing and all that's supposed to be better because it's all one housing type.
Well, and MediaLink puts out all of the revenue information in Excel, and both Fry and Net Results can import that, so I don't have to type
Good.
those
Oh, true.
entries into the accounting software.
So anything, if you come up with something that we need to do or something that someone thinks we ought to do,
The future looks bright.
it looks a whole lot better.
in tennis.
That's the
That
most
was my-
excited I've seen you about information for a while.
Computer.
Okay,
Sorry.
no, I think that's great.
Dan, let's become an optimist. Become an
Listen,
optimist.
he's had a hard time because they weren't communicating and getting those meters like they should have been, and it's been a challenge. All right, old business. Are we ready for old business? Okay, amendments to the salary ordinance. I think the amendment, what we were talking about was section 9.
Sound right? That's PTO stuff mostly.
And how it was gonna be
Yeah, we added,
Allocated.
did the section
Allocated.
9 and it's the same amount of hours that everybody worked on. It's just that how getting it wrote in there.
that it would be part of it, 1/2 the hours,
Mhm.
and then at the beginning of the year, the 50% in January, and then in July, the next 50%.
Plus it's got the payout of the 75%,
Right.
Yep.
but we got that all.
Carry over.
I'm good with it. Makes sense, accomplishes
I think that
most of what we're trying to do, I mean,
Yeah, as long as Dan and George are happy.
it's, yeah.
No, Tim's gotta be
Be
happy.
easy.
He was on that.
Well, I think we were happy. It was just getting the wording right and
Yeah,
Yeah.
the biggest thing is just not giving somebody vacation, front-loaded vacation at the beginning of the year.
Of the year, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's where I just had a hard time, because you can, you
Right.
know.
Well, I think that's.
We owe you for, 10 days of vacation.
Abuse the system.
Hope not.
I think
but-
it is here in
It
Georgia too.
happens.
For,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then doing it twice in January and July, it makes it easier, and I have to do it per month with the odd
Yeah.
amounts, so.
Yeah.
All right, does anyone want to make a motion?
I make a motion to accept Battle Ground Service District Ordinance 2026-027. Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Joe, a second by Ron. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
And the one thing that I had requested is,
We wanted to share the,
And
have something in writing that I can put in the payroll file of how much should be on each person's accruals from the first of the year till now, because I don't have done anything pending what you were doing
okay,
with this amendment.
Dan, can we take
So I need
that?
to catch up from the first of the year till now, and would like to
Right.
have that.
yeah. And that we get what the total would
Yeah.
be. And then I'll get with you so that you can say how much we've added to already. How's that?
Well, that's why I want to help working that out and have somebody besides you.
All right. Ed, do you have any comments?
None today.
Did you have any discoloration from the fire hydrants
yeah.
being used in?
Yeah,
Well,
he's
it's
right
nice-
there on that line.
Just to
where-
get the alert. Because then I can valve off my software in my RO system and wait it out.
I was hoping.
Did you go outside and open up your outside spigots or anything to flush it out of your service line? And that worked for you?
It's good about it. The ones I've talked to, they understand on how to do it. And makes that one
gotta
that
have some
signed
people.
up while I was talking to her. to get the alerts. She didn't realize, and she'd actually brought it through the softener in the house, everywhere.
I wonder how many people know, I mean, it's talked about here. I was able to kind of pick up on the plan, right, the about where to flush. But I can't help but wonder, does every person that gets the alert know how to, know what to do and how to do it?
I wonder, could we write a little paragraph for the website? Would that be helpful? What to do in case there isn't a,
Like more people to get on the alert system, man, you can check out
Well, that's another problem too, then, isn't it? If you don't get the alert, then you get no.
well, Georgia does put it on the bills constantly, that, hey, sign up, keep it current and.
They don't alert.
No, I
know,
yeah.
taking their information once a year. People change their phone number or drop the phone number that they have in here,
Mhm.
and we still have the old phone number.
Or we have landlines.
So you have roughly 850 households. And
You were right, yeah.
Well,
And then, what do you think the percentages that are on the alert system?
No, it's not even.
You think we have on the, how many people get alerts, Georgia, would you guess? I mean, you,
Percentage wise,
it's probably over 200 and some, isn't it?
It is, but people don't drop off when they leave. This, so a lot of the, when I scan the names, I can say they're on.
yes, and
Or anymore.
I would guess about 35% to 40.
Probably tracks because
Yeah.
that's about half of the people on e-bills. So you would think if you're using e-bills, you're probably.
On the alert.
Yeah.
Where it's.
But we need to
Nice.
keep,
Yeah, I
keep
think just,
educating them.
and like say, I wouldn't like say I get some summaries from social media posts, and I think some, for the most part, I think when everybody,
I'm leaving.
people that do get alerts, or like there's someone saying, hey, something, where they're, talking about the water because of flushing or whatever, someone will bring up, you can sign up for alerts, which is not however many people actually do that.
Well, if we say it enough times, maybe they will.
All we can do is keep saying.
That's right. Okay, so when we flush, we will put out signs and we'll put out alerts. You're gonna do that on the bill,
It's like.
our usual on that. Okay. If we have nothing else, do I have a motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Joe. Well,